Welcome to Confrontation of Calling, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes of living out your purpose. I am your host, Dianne Reid, and in this show, we're diving deep into the raw truth about confronting, contending for, and confirming your calling. Get ready for real conversations about the highs, the lows, the difficulties, the fears, the triumphs, and the victories about walking boldly in who you have been created to be. No fluff, just the powerful, unfiltered truth and reality of what it takes to thrive in your calling. Welcome back to another episode of Confrontation of Calling. I am your host, Dianne Reid. I am author, speaker, coach, consultant.
All of it.
And above all, I'm a child of God, and that's really what matters. I am so excited that you guys have joined me for another episode. We're in this. Hey, praise God. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps make these videos discoverable. If they have been impacting you, share it with someone who you know needs to be impacted. I'm so excited for today's episode because I am joined with a special guest, one of my dear friends, Jackee.
Hi, everyone.
Jackee is a close friend of mine, and we often have conversations around our purpose and around calling and around the cost of it and all that it entails. Mm-hmm. And I wanted this episode to be a direct insight into the types of conversations that we have, and hopefully it blesses you and you receive something that is necessary for this particular time in your season. So, Jackee, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm nervous, but right. You know, we're here.
The people,
we're here.
They're loving.
She's like, I'm better.
No, that's better.
But yeah, this is my first time doing anything like this, so of course I'm a little nervous, but still exciting.
Yeah.
I'm trying to embrace it and embrace, being on camera.
Yes.
But yeah.
To the first of many. To the first of many. To the first of many.
Don't know about that, but
So I wanted this conversation to just flow. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have prepared questions for you.
Yeah.
Because you're a friend. And I think our conversations just flow with revelation and insight as we just talk to each other. So our topic for today is just on character and the necessary training and crushing and pruning that goes into us stepping into our calling, confronting our calling.
Okay.
Because our calling requires us to be a person.
Absolutely.
And if we're not that already, we have to become that person. So
sure.
There's a standard that's necessary for our life as we walk in our calling. So I just wanted us to discuss about that. So for you, what are some ways in which the Lord has caused you to rise to a higher standard, or in a way has been developing your character because of what you have been called to do so far?
That is,
and you can take
okay, that is a loaded question. I think it requires a lot of like introspection and just being self-aware. I think going into, I guess, your calling and your purpose, you sometimes feel like, you don't qualify, or are you sure you got the right one? Like, are you sure me? So it comes into just coming into agreement with what the Lord has already said about you, and that can be difficult within itself, just because of everything that you've gone through previously, whether it be, trauma or just your upbringing and everything like that. It's literally bumping up against everything that the Lord is saying. So just being self-aware and just realizing, okay, I have some work to do as far as like my self-esteem, my confidence, and like just my mindset and how I see myself, how I look at myself, how I view myself. So it came with a lot. Like, it wasn't like oh yes, like I'm ready for the world. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I think it came with a lot of introspection. It came with a lot of questions. It came with a lot of, the Lord had to tear down some of the things that I thought and like rebuild them and like reframe and reprogram my mind in a way, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's been confrontational.
Hello? Confrontational
to say the least.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like part of the confronting part of our calling is that the Lord is telling us that we are something or someone that we haven't fully agreed with yet, that we can't really see yet.
Yeah.
So part of that confrontation and accepting the call is actually accepting what the Lord is saying about you. And honestly, I think that takes time.
For sure.
Personally, it's taken time for me of like, I may agree with that portion of what you're calling me to do and what you say, but not that part.
Not that
I
part.
still don't know.
I don't see it.
And that's why it's a constant journey. And that's why it's a constant reflecting and doing the self-reflection over and over and making sure we're putting time in our schedule to be still and do that work. Because I think what happens a lot when people feel like they've been called to do something, they immediately go into it without first seeing or thinking through the preparation that's necessary.
For sure.
Because every time God calls a person, there's usually a preparation process that's immediately following. He's like, here's the instruction, and then you think that instruction is actually going to take you to the promise that he said, but no, the instruction takes you into a journey that prepares you for the promise that he says. So
the journey is ghetto.
The journey is
ghetto. It's ghetto.
But I think what's been helping me in the process is focusing and reminding myself of what he promised me and what I've been called to.
Yeah.
Because everything is working so that I don't crumble under the pressure of the call. Everything is preparing me so that I am not bleeding on the people that I'm called to.
For sure.
So a lot of that work, that internal work, is actually the most important work.
Yeah.
And you can give your perspective on it. I feel like that's a lot of the work people run away from.
For sure. Because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, okay, like, let's take David. Like, he was called, he was anointed to be king, but after the anointing, he didn't go straight to the palace and become king. There was years of processing and, you know, him still being the shepherd and and everything. So it's like you said, it thrusts you into this journey of introspection, and it's like, who am I really?
Yeah.
Like, the person that I thought I was, I am not.
Yeah.
And the person that is ready for the promise, I haven't become yet. So it's a lot. It can be, because the healing journey hurts. It's painful sometimes, and sometimes it has to become painful before it becomes beautiful. So I see why people run away from it, because it's a lot easier to just regress and just be like, okay, I took a peek and I'm just gonna reverse and go back to doing what I was doing, because I didn't call myself to this, like you did. So it's very easy to like opt out, like, I don't want to do this.
Oh, absolutely.
But when you get to that place where you know there's more, your present becomes so uncomfortable. It's just like, okay, I know there's more for me. I know there's a higher standard. I know that there's more that I could be doing. I know that there's ministry for me. I know, like, you know everything, because you can't unexpose yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like, once that door swings open, it's kind of like, now you're responsible for becoming this person that is ready for the person that is able to sustain, the person that aligns with what God has called you to.
And once you've been exposed, you can't be unexposed.
You can't unexpose yourself to anything.
Jesus.
You cannot.
And you brought up David, like, once he knew he was anointed to be king, part of that time when he was still with the sheep and with the bears, protecting the sheep from the lions and the tigers and the bears are mine.
Oh my God, oh my.
Could he keep and sustain who God had called him to be, even if he wasn't positioned yet? And could he still do and be accountable to where he was currently positioned as shepherd and not get too boastful or prideful about who he knew he was and who God told him to be, where he still honored his current position? Because the current position is still prepping you for the process.
Absolutely.
And I feel like a lot of that tension also that people run away from is like, I know I'm supposed to do that. I know I'm supposed to be there already. So let me just rush and let me just put myself in those places, even if the Lord didn't open those doors. Let me bang him down. And the grace of God and the kindness of God is that he won't put you in those places before you're ready.
Yeah.
So what about your current position? Even though you know who you are, how can you be confident in who you are while stewarding your present properly, while doing the work of the healing, knowing that all of that is preparing you for who you already are? It just isn't time for that position yet. And I have found that a lot of my tension has been with, I just want to be there already. Especially in our society.
Just fast forward me now.
I just want to be there already because
Absolutely.
This is painful. This is crushing. This is the pruning. This is the, oh, I thought it was there. Another set of healing, another layer of healing that we're constantly, and I feel like forever going to go through, because there's always parts about ourselves that we just have to keep healing from.
Absolutely.
Healing comes in layers. We get new revelation about who we are, and that new revelation requires a new level of healing. So I think to encourage others to to continue in that healing process, even though it's uncomfortable, one, knowing that the Lord has graced you for that journey, like you're not alone in it. There are other people going through that process too. Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Like, this is why I wanted to have this conversation, because I've been having the conversations over and over with people who are just like, I'm just tired. Like, this journey, like, I know where I'm supposed to be, but there's still more work that I have to do. And the encouragement is all of it's working for your good. All of it. That's the promise for those who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose.
Sure.
All of it's working for your good.
All of it.
So how can we hold the tension of where we're going and where we are, and be grounded and rooted in the fact that it's all working for my good. It's all working for my good. The pain of it all.
Yeah.
The healing of it all. It's all working for my good.
For sure. Yeah, I think what keeps me going is really my trust in God. Like, trusting his timing, trusting his process, trusting the methods. Because the methods, I wouldn't have chosen them. But because he is our Father, because he's our Creator, he knows exactly what route we need to take so that we can become what we need to become, so that he can get out of us what he wants out of us. And I think just always reminding myself of that, like, remembering, like, he's not punishing me. He's not this evil super power that's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna get her today." Like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill her today."
And that's
like,
important.
I'm gonna grind her into the ground. Like, no, that's not his heart towards me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I do have to remember, like, this is for my good. And it's like, as much as the process can be painful, the process can be stripping, it can be excruciating at times, like, deep down, I know this is good for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's what I need. Yeah. Like, there's like this resolve within me that's like, even though it hurts, even though it's hard, I know that I'm becoming the best version of myself. Mm-hmm. And in the same breath, I'm getting close to my father. Like, I'm learning more about him. I'm learning more about his ways, about his methods, about what his idea of me is, what his idea is for the world. So it's like this bittersweet process. I was talking to somebody about it the other day. It's a beautiful suffering.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it. When you like get to the end of it and you look on the other side, it's like, okay, I went through all of that so I can be Jackee, so I can be what the Lord had in mind.
Yeah. And in the suffering, we're actually being like Christ.
Okay.
Because
because
he brought up the intimacy part, and which is the goal for everything. Like, the Lord sent God sent his only son so that we can be reconciled back to him. Yeah. So that we can be adopted as sons, as daughters.
Yeah.
This is the goal. Who we are in the earth is just a consequence of who we are in him.
For sure. So
everything that we learn about ourselves, everything that we learn about him, and everything that we learn about our own identity, mm-hmm. of course it's going to benefit the earth, mm-hmm. because we're being more like Christ.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think part of that crushing and pruning and development process is also to ensure that the calling doesn't become our identity. Mm-hmm. So that we don't think, because I'm in this position or because I have this title, this is who I am. No.
It's not.
I know what it's like to have nothing and be completely satisfied in him. Yeah. And that's when Paul is able to say, like, I know how to abase and how to abound. Mm-hmm. It's like, I can be content even when I have nothing, because even when I'm suffering, I know he's with me. Yeah. Even when I'm suffering, I know that I have all that I need because I have him. Yeah. And there's this development process to the character that the Lord is trying to ensure that our identity is really rooted in the fact that we are his children and that he has us covered.
Absolutely.
And if we don't understand that, the calling will crush us. Mm-hmm. The calling on our lives will cause us to go into sin because we can't handle the pressure. Mm-hmm. The calling will cause us to lose our minds because we can't handle the pressure and the responsibility. Yeah. Because what the promotion and the calling, it's just more responsibility.
It's more responsibility.
It's more people management.
That's literally what it is.
So how much of that weight are we actually supposed to carry? Mm-hmm. God says he's a burden bearer. Yeah. He's supposed to carry it with us. Yeah. But if we think we can do it on our own, we'll never relinquish it to him. Yeah. So it's that crushing that reminds us, oh, wow, I actually need him.
I can't do
anything without him.
I cannot do anything without him, even on my best day.
And I feel like that's the standard. That's the standard of righteousness that he's called us to. That we're obedient, surrendered people. Yeah. That we are children who know how to follow in the lead of our Father. Yeah. Who know how to follow his spirit. Who know how to follow his instruction. Mm-hmm. Who know how to pick up our cross daily and follow Jesus. Like, this is the call.
That's the call. The call is to die.
The call is to die.
The call is to die.
The call is death, and it always has been.
It always has been.
And I feel like in our American society, we thought the call was more money, a bigger house, mm-hmm. the car, the fame.
Title, everything.
But there are people who are billionaires and losing their actual minds. Yeah. So the money can't be what motivates us, and it sure won't keep us.
Absolutely not.
So who's the keeper?
Yeah.
God is our keeper. So
for sure.
I think there's so many levels to that, and even because you brought up David, even when he ascended to, I mean, that whole journey is crazy, but even when he ascended to the throne and he fell, he had different, vices, Bathsheba and all of the things. He was able to go back to the Father because he knew that's where his stability lied.
Yeah.
Like, in everything, he knew God was still his source.
Yeah.
He knew God was still the one who was going to protect him. He knew God was still the one who was going to forgive. Like, he knew God. He knew Yahweh.
For sure.
Even in his mess ups and mistakes, he was able to go back to the one who he knew never changed, who he knew never failed, even when he did.
Yeah, and I think that's the secret sauce. It's like being grounded in the Father, because like obviously David wasn't perfect, but I think, like you said, he had a heart for the Father. Like, he was a worshiper. Like, he knew, like, my life is not my own. And it's like, even when life is raging and things are happening and the baby's about to die and all of that, I'm on my face. I'm seeking the Father because he's all I have.
He's all I have.
Yeah. So that it's the secret sauce. It's not arriving or becoming or getting the title or being in the forefront or having the mic. Like, that's not where the success is. The success is, I have an intimate relationship with my Father. He knows me and I know him.
Absolutely. But absolutely, that's the secret sauce of, like, I know who I am, and this title isn't who I am, and these mistakes aren't who I am. It's both and. My best day isn't who I am, and my worst day isn't. And it's being able to navigate that stage, those highs and lows.
Yeah.
It's like in the valley, he's still my God, I'm still his child. He's still my Father, I'm still his child. Even on the mountaintop, he's still my Father, I'm still his child.
Yeah. Yeah.
As I'm ascending, I'm still a child, he's still my Father.
As I descend. Still.
And something that the Lord has been not pressuring me about, but putting to the forefront as I've been doing my devotion and as we've been fasting and praying as a corporate, like as our church is fasting and praying, just ensuring that my motives are in the right place.
Yeah.
Just ensuring that, like, why I'm actually doing a thing is just as important as doing the thing. And it's the secret parts of the heart that the Lord wants to deal with so that we are able to finish strong. I feel like when people aren't able to finish strong in whatever they've been called to, it's because there are parts of the secret places of their heart that still haven't been fully surrendered. And this is my perspective. I'm still fleshing this out, but like, if you haven't put places of accountability around certain places of your heart, if you're not actively and aggressively dealing with the brokenness inside of you, those things will be the death of the call.
Absolutely. Because they're literally waiting on time release. Like, they're waiting to just, all right, I'm gonna come out.
I'm gonna come out.
With a bag on.
And it's always when you're the weakest. It's always when you're tired. It's like, you thought you dealt with this?
Yeah.
And there's grace for all of that, but there is truth that we have to acknowledge. No, this actually exists within me. And I think that's part of the uncomfortability. I know for me, as someone who has dealt with pride, on both sides of just like insecurity and pride as in arrogance, both of them are pride. It's just in the other direction, thinking so much about myself.
Yeah.
it's easy for me to lean into I don't need anyone. So even when I'm dealing with those dark parts of my heart and the places where the Lord is asking me to heal, how much community is so important to that. And you're part of that.
People will reveal to you who you are.
And I really thought I could do this life alone.
No. No.
And it's one of the first things God says to Adam, it's not good for man to be alone. Let me make it a helpmate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was talking about community. It wasn't just talking about partnership as in romantically.
Yeah.
But there are certain things you just don't know about yourself until you're in community.
For sure.
Until you're forced to be patient. Until you're forced to be loving to those who annoy you and aren't the kindest. Until you're forced to be gentle when someone is being rough with you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is the maturity. This is the making sure we're producing mature fruit.
For sure.
Part of the call and part of the journey of just being a disciple that I feel like is not often spoken about. So I think I felt like I was blindsided going into the journey. But the more I started reading my word, it's like, oh, it's all up in there.
All up in there.
It's all up in there. But if you've been introduced to a Jesus who's gonna fix all your problems and not one who's gonna cause you to surrender, who's gonna require you to surrender, when you start dealing with those dark parts, because he is the light and he will shine on those dark areas, not to condemn us, not to push us to a place of guilt and shame, but so that he can give us grace to heal, and so that he can cover those places. It's like, oh, I don't have to be so hard on myself, because this was always the journey. If that makes sense.
For sure. I think kind of like what we were talking about before with like knowing the intention of God makes it a little bit easier when those testings start to happen. You know, because they say you can't trust anything that hasn't been tried or tested. So it's normal for us to be put into situations that test our character. Absolutely. Like, what's really in there?
What's
like
really?
I know you profess this, but is that really what's in your heart at the end of the day? And it's almost like, you know how when people are in relationships and it's like, well, if you never seen them angry, then you don't know who they are. So it's like, we have to be put into these pressure cooker situations.
Absolutely.
For God to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's in there. I told you it was in there. But you didn't believe me. So let's put it on display. And it's just like, oh, okay, I am crazy. Got it.
I am needy.
I do have things to work on. Okay.
I'm not as perfect as I thought.
Right. Because that also that self-righteousness will. Woo. Yeah, it will. It will have you out here pointing the finger at everybody else, but it's just like you have work to do as well. So it's a journey for sure. But again, I think the motive behind it, like God's motive behind it, is what keeps you grounded. Like, okay, I can do this. You're doing this for a reason. You want it out of me. And it's not serving me either. It's not serving me. It's not serving anyone.
This is why understanding who God is should be utmost before we understand who we are. Because if we don't understand his character, that he's kind, that he loves unconditionally, that he's just, that he's trustworthy, that he's holy, he physically and literally can't sin. He cannot fail. He's sovereign. Like, once you start knowing him, it's like, okay, even though I'm scared, I trust you. Because I know you love me. And even this processing and pruning is out of your love. And when you know it's from a loving place and not from an angry place, it's like, oh, you're not punishing me. This is discipline. And I know for us, especially in the Black community, we hear discipline and we think a very specific thing.
Hello.
Especially being Caribbeans, okay?
The Caribbean.
But that's not how God disciplines us.
It's not.
It's not to give us pain, unnecessary pain. It's literally removing the things that have made us comfortable.
Yeah.
But actually weren't beneficial.
Yeah.
It's things that we relied on that we shouldn't have. It's idols
Yeah.
that we've placed in our heart.
Absolutely.
That we've put in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, I want to show you I'm better.
I'm better.
I'm better than anything that you can create.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what you create can't talk to you, can't save you.
Mm-hmm.
It literally can do nothing for you, but
Yeah.
lead you into deeper darkness.
Yeah.
So I think when he's dealing with all those parts of our character, he's dealing with all of our idols as well. And that's just the very truth of the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, like anything can be an idol because it's anything that's above him.
Yeah.
And he really just wants to show us that he's better.
He is better.
He's
better.
And he knows better because he created us. He knows better because he exists outside of time. He knows what's to come. Who best to prepare us for what is to come than the one who's already there?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I think some encouragement, and I'll ask you to encourage those who are in the process of developing their character. And I think it's a never-ending process. Mm-hmm. New levels, new promotion to require new levels of development. Yeah. And I think I said that before. But an encouragement is that the things that are being stripped off of you are because you don't need them. Mm-hmm. They're actually weighing you down.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for you to lay down the weights and the sins that easily beset you because you want to finish strong. You want to run a race. This is a race that we're running.
Yeah.
And in order for us to fulfill our call in a way that doesn't destroy us, and in a way that doesn't bleed on others, there's a necessary stripping. There's a necessary purging and healing that is required.
Yeah.
And knowing that the Lord is doing that because he loves us.
Yeah.
And he hates everything that's coming in the way of us being exactly who he created us to be.
Yeah.
So it's more so, how can I align myself to hate the things that God hates? Mm-hmm. To love the things that he loves, so that when I'm in the process and I see that he's removing this thing, I agree because my will aligns with yours.
Yeah.
Even if it's painful.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, I won't like it either. And Lord, help me to not like it. Remove that.
Yeah.
But in that process, it's like, no, this is actually not good for me, which is why the Lord's removing it.
Yeah. My encouragement would be to get to know the Father.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful process. Yes, it has its ups and downs. And that's more so pertaining to us and like our mindset and our background, our history, our upbringing and everything like that. That just kind of bumps up against God's character. Mm-hmm. But there is this safety and security in getting to know the Father, not the version of him that was presented to you, but grounded in like a relationship and devotion and intimacy that comforts you and stabilizes you, that no matter what life throws your way, no matter what storms may come, it's like I know him. I know him for myself. Yeah. And I know his heart. I'm getting to know his character because I don't think we can ever fully know him. But having that deep, grounded, solidified relationship with the Father is the best thing it's the best journey that I've ever embarked on in my life. And I'm still getting to know facets of him.
Yeah.
Because he's just so vast.
Yes.
But I think knowing him is what makes joy possible.
Yeah.
Even in the midst of whatever you're going through, it's what makes hope possible. In whatever circumstances you're facing.
That's good.
So yeah, I would just encourage you to get to know the Father, because he absolutely wants to know you.
Absolutely.
He wants to know you.
Absolutely.
All of this is because he wanted to know us.
Yeah.
He wanted family.
He wanted
So yeah, get to know the Father.
Get to know the Father. That's so good. That's so good. All right. That's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for joining me, Jackee.
Thank you for having me.
That was a great sign off. Get to know the Father.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me, Jackee.
Thank you for having me.
I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for coming on.
My friend.
So that's all we have for you guys today. Know that you are deeply loved, that you are chosen, and that you are worthy of the call that is over your life. Not because you've earned it, but solely because God says so. I love you guys. Peace.